Hey, what's up to everybody out there? Welcome to another edition of the Roundtable Talk. I am your host, C Money, and in today's episode, I'm going to focus on two topics. I'm not going to be, I'm going to be brief on each of them. First of all, I want to do a follow up on the baby. And I told you on the last episode I did, we was talking about the baby and when he performed at a event called Rolling Loud here in South Florida, Miami, of course. He said some um, disrespectful comments. He said disrespectful things about, I in my last video, it said if you came without, if you was HIV/AIDS free, you didn't come with HIV/AIDS. Put your um, cell phone lighters up. If women, if your vagina came smelling like water, put your lighters cell phone lights up, and then if you wasn't sucking penises in the parking lot, you know, and it sparked a lot of controversy with a lot of people. And I just want to do a follow up since the episode since the episode aired. A lot of events have canceled them. I'm going to give you a rundown. Um, Lollapalooza is an event that canceled the baby. KS 107.5 Summer Jam, which is probably a radio station in another city. Um, Park Life, which is another music festival. iHeartRadio Music Festival. Everybody knows iHeartRadio Music Festival. Music Midtown. That's one of them. Governor's Ball. That's one. Austin City Limits. That's another music festival. Day in Vegas. That's another music festival. And the list can go on, the list can go on, the list can go on. And since then, a lot of locations have replaced him with different artists that will be performing because of the fact of what has happened. It has been said that there are several organizations that will want the baby to sit down and have a conversation with them. Even some celebrities have spoken out, and a lot of people are outraged about this. There are people that are supporting him, and then there's people that's not supporting him. And when I look at it as if I can't get behind somebody, regardless if I had the AIDS or if I didn't have the AIDS or if I was gay or if I wasn't gay. It doesn't matter. It's how you addressed it in the media. You know, you addressed it in a way that it was disrespectful, and a lot of people don't like that. And uh, more likely, it's the LGBT community that is disliking what you're saying. And also, not only that, it's AIDS foundations and AIDS groups and AIDS, organizations that are looking at it. Hey, you're talking bad about HIV/AIDS patients, and that's not, that's being disrespectful. I'm quite sure the baby has a family member that has HIV and AIDS. I'm quite sure there's somebody in his family because every family has a family member that has HIV and AIDS. My uncle, may he rest in peace, died of HIV and AIDS when I was younger, and I really didn't know my uncle, but every family member has at least one person that has been diagnosed with HIV and AIDS, or that has one person in their family that was a homosexual or a lesbian female. And it just doesn't affect homosexual males, it also affects homosexual, lesbian females. Because, you're hitting home with all of this, and you're like, you're not just targeting gay men, you're targeting women as well, even though the disrespect comment was about sucking penises in the parking lot, but it's just like you're also targeting women who likes to have sex with other women. So a lot of people are looking at this, that they're saying you're canceled, you're canceled, you're canceled. And what that means is that they're done with you. When people say you're canceled, meaning they're done with you. And a lot of these events are canceling them because you have to realize a lot of these events and a lot of these music festivals and a lot of these concerts and venues that have these events, most of the people that come to the events is the LGBTQ community. You know, you have a lot of gay people that support Madonna, Elton John. They support Little Nas X. They support um, a lot of these Travis Scott, Kanye West, Rick Ross, you know, a lot of these rappers and artists have LGBTQ fans, you know, and you can't stop a fan, you know, and a fan can stop going to your, just like with Chick-fil-A. Remember when Chick-fil-A came out and said, oh, they are a Christian restaurant or whatever, they don't support homosexual stuff. Look how many people stopped eating at Chick-fil-A. I've never ate at Chick-fil-A. Before that happened, I've never eaten at Chick-fil-A. Now that that came out, I don't support Chick-fil-A because Chick-fil-A is like one of them companies that if you don't support homosexuality, that just like saying you don't support African Americans. You know, it's the same thing. So a lot of these people are looking at it as if, yeah, you're saying these disrespectful comments, and then there's people talking about, oh, he's still getting paid. He's still getting paid. To some of these venues, he's probably still getting paid, depending on the venue. Like, you know, because you don't get paid if you show up, if you don't show up. But if they drop you, just like you know, a lot of these places have dropped you. If you already gotten paid for the venue, then you and they drop you, you're still in somewhat entitled to that money. Unless there's a clause that states if you do not perform, you don't get paid and you don't get money. Or if it's one of them places that you show up, you get paid when you show up, you know. And a lot of people are like, oh, he's still getting paid, he's still getting paid. The baby still got money. You know, he still got money. You know, there are people out there that still support him. But you got to remember, if it's 100% that support him, 60 to 70% of those supporters have dropped him because of his comment. You still got 20 to 30% that, or maybe even a little bit more, that is still supporting him because he's the baby. Because you know, there's a lot of people who don't like homosexuality, and some people. But you got to realize one thing: when you publicly come out and disrespect a community, whether it's AIDS, homosexuals, black people, white people, Chinese, Japanese, when you come out publicly and disrespect any type of group, whether it's race, color, sexuality, organization, whatever it is, you're bound to face consequences. You know, that's just like saying how people used to bash Donald Trump as a president. There was consequences behind it. You can publicly go on social media and talk about, oh, Donald Trump this, Donald Trump that, because he's the president. You have a freedom of speech. But when you're talking about a large group of people and you're talking about a mass organization, regardless if you're talking about, you know, if you're talking just about one person, you know, you may or may not get condemned because, you know, on depending on who it is. If it's just like your mama or your cousin or your best friend and you talking about them bad, yeah, you may have one or two people that may stick up for them, and you may have one or two people that may stick up for you. But you're talking about a whole broad of people. You're talking about gay people. You know, you're talking about AIDS. You're talking about women with stank vaginas. You know, you're talking about a large group of people that, you know, support you. And now these people is not going to come out and support you because you're actually condemning them, and you're actually putting them, disrespecting them. And a lot of these people are looking like, you're canceled. I'm not supporting you no more. You know, now, because, you know, now these days, you know, you go online, you know, you can hear one of his songs on YouTube or, you know, any social media platform. But to actually purchase a song, you know, I'm not finna spend my hard-earned money on somebody who disrespects gay people. I'm not finna spend my hard-earned money on somebody who disrespects AIDS and HIV patients, you know, because my mom or my dad or my cousin or my uncle or my sister or whatever has HIV and AIDS. So you're disrespecting my family on the end, and that's what a lot of people is looking at. My wife has AIDS, or my girlfriend has HIV, or my cousin has AIDS, or my mama has HIV, or my sister has it. You know, and these people are looking like, hey, you're disrespecting my family member, or I may have AIDS, and you're disrespecting me. And it's just hypothetically speaking, you know, but, you know, I don't have AIDS and stuff like that, but it's just hypothetically speaking, that person may have the virus, and you're disrespecting them, or you're disrespecting their family members who may have it. So you're looking at it as if you're not looking at, okay, here's the big picture. You don't talk about HIV and AIDS and disrespect people. You don't talk about homosexuality and disrespect people. Because remember, talking about homosexuality, this and homosexuality back in the 80s and 70s and stuff, you probably could have got away with it. You probably could have got away with it a little bit in the 90s. But now this is a new millennium, and this is a new century. Now homosexuality is more bigger than when it was back in the 50s and the 60s and 70s, because back in the day people had to hide their sexuality, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, it was a sin and it was bad and people condemned you, even though now people still condemn people for being homosexuals and lesbians, but it's more comfortable and it's more tolerant in most cities and states now because it's more opening to be gay now. And then for you to talk about it, a lot of people are going to find it being disrespectful. It's the same thing with talking about racism in front of. If you say, oh, I don't like black people, I don't like this, you know how many black people in the NAACP and all these people are going to come for you? It's a lot of that. So a lot of these people are upset about it because they feel as if you do. And then there are people that are supporting him. And I look at it as if, for me, regardless if I was gay, straight, whatever it is, I don't support nobody that doesn't, because, you know, because like I said, I could have people that watch my shows that could be homosexuals and lesbians. I could have people that watch my shows that are HIV and AIDS patients. I don't condemn or talk or criticize any organization, group, or any, you know what I'm saying, race or anything, because as a show host, you know, you have to know that anything that watches your show could be disrespected. And I don't disrespect no type of organ, sex, race, you know, sexual orientation. I don't discriminate on nobody, because at the end of the day, everybody is human. We are all childs of God. You know what I'm saying? And I look at it as if when you disrespect anything, when you come out publicly and disrespect one situation, that situation could affect hundreds and thousands, and it has. And look how many concerts and venues have, you know what I'm saying, canceled them. And some of them he probably didn't get paid for yet. So now you're finna be on a back burner for about another year or so until this thing goes over. It just recently happened last month. So now you're gonna be on the back burner for a while. So whatever money you got saved up or whatever you got going on, you're gonna have to be on the back burner. I'm just surprised that his record label hasn't put him on hold for a minute or dropped him because of his comments. Because you got to realize, any business that gets affected by somebody's comments, they're gonna drop you in a heartbeat. Hey, we can't have you on our team because you're racist. That's just like saying, oh, we can't have you working at Walmart because you hate black people. And majority of the people that shop in our Walmart is black people. We can't have you working at Burger King or McDonald's when you don't like gay people, because gay people come in here and eat food. You know, any organization that may feel you're a threat, they're gonna drop you. It's just that it has not been confirmed that if his record label dropped him yet, but I'm quite sure they're not gonna drop him. They're just gonna put him on the back burner for now and say, hey, you're gonna be on the back burner for now. You're not gonna be out there promoting or anything. Whatever music or whatever sales you're getting now, that's on you. So you need to save your money, stop spending all your money, do what you need to do, because right now you're on hot water. You know, we're not finna produce no another album or nothing like that. Because if you come out with another album, then yeah, he came out with a video, but how many people supported it? Not me. I know a lot of people didn't support the video, you know. So now they're gonna feel like we're not gonna put out another album because we're not gonna support you in anything. I want to know how you feel about the baby situation. Comment roundtable00@yahoo.com. Let me know what you feel about it. Let me know how you feel on anything. Do you think that it's right for a lot of these events to cancel the baby for performing? Do you think that it was wrong for them to cancel them? You know what I'm saying? What do you think about the baby situation, and how do you feel about it? Email me roundtable00@yahoo.com and let me know. My next topic, which is not gonna take on long because most of my shows are 30 minutes. There's a new Delta variant of the coronavirus that is out now, and now it is now coming out to the point where it is taking things by storm, where a lot of people are concerned about cases are going up. Here in South Florida, all hospitals are on high alert with the Delta variant. I mean, this is an episode I've been wanting to do, but you know, there was more coming with the baby and all the other stuff. You know, there was, you know, and I had to do it. And I had to deal with them before it got too far and, you know, out of the way. Now there's a Delta variant, and overseas there's another variant that's out. I forgot the name of it. I'll look it up and I'll let you know in the future records. But now there are cases going back up, And then I seen one on the news where one guy had to lay on his stomach to breathe. He couldn't lay on his back to breathe. He had to lay on his stomach to breathe. And then now they're looking at it as if, oh, we're blaming it on, because they're saying 40% of the population haven't gotten vaccinated. So they're blaming it on the population that haven't gotten vaccinated. And then they're blaming it on the young people, out there. And I'm looking at it as if you can't blame the young people and you can't blame the unvaccinated. You know why the cases are going up? Because y'all having these people walking around without masks. People, listen. It's not the young people that the blame. It's not the unvaccinated. It's the people walking around here without a mask. I'm in my home right now, so I'm not wearing my mask. But majority of the times when I do my episodes at different locations, I have my mask on. It may be down so you can talk, so you can hear me talk more. But when I'm around people, my mask is up. You got to realize, I walked into Walmart and I walked into several stores and I've been to several venues where they don't require you to wear a mask. Like I've said in future and past episodes, they need to be a law where either you need to ask, either they need to be where they have to show proof of them being vaccinated to not wear a mask, or you just make everybody wear a mask altogether. Because I've been in Walmart where they say fully vaccinated people do not have to wear a mask. And then if you're not vaccinated, you have to wear a mask. But it is illegal for somebody to ask you if you got vaccinated. That's why the cases are going up, because there's people walking around here thinking that it's comfortable to wear a mask even when you're not. It is comfortable not to wear a mask because they can't ask you to wear a mask. They can't ask you legally if you have been vaccinated. It's illegal to ask somebody. So they're going to walk in here. I ain't been vaccinated, but I'm going to just walk in here without a mask because they can't stop me from without wearing a mask because they don't know if I got vaccinated or not. So I'm gonna just walk in here legally, and they can't ask me. So I'm looking at it if this is why the cases are going up, because you're giving people the relaxation on wearing masks in public places. You're giving people relaxation. And then now the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, is saying that he is doing a mask mandate. He's leaving the mask mandate up to the public schools for them to the for the schools. you know I believe every child, every district should have a mask mandate. What I'm saying? And a lot of these people, a lot of these counties are saying no, it's optional, but you need to have it because the cases are going up. And then the reason why they're going up is the same thing I'm saying. They're going up because um you're you're easing restrictions on mask wearing. I understand when you're walking outside and you're walking down the street, because sometimes when I go to work and I'm walking to work or whatever, it is hot, and my mask does get sweaty sometimes, and it is like I don't like to walk around with a sweaty mask. You know, Granted, I always have an extra mask with me just in case something happens to my mask or it falls to the ground or whatever, and stuff. I have a backup mask, but when you're outside, it gets hot. Of course, it's Florida. It's sunny on certain days, and it's hot, and your mask gets sweaty. I don't like to wear my mask sometimes outside. It be down on me, but it still be on me. So if I walk by somebody, I mask up. But you go into these shopping malls, these shopping centers, these grocery stores, these clothing stores, these outlet stores. You go into these places of businesses, and you have everybody here walking without a mask, and a percentage of them has not gotten vaccinated. But they don't care because they're not telling you that it is required for you to have a mask. They're not telling you you have to show proof of vaccination to not wearing masks because it's illegal. That's why the cases are going up, because you're easing restrictions. And then they're blaming it on the young people, or they're blaming it on the unvaccinated people. It's not the unvaccinated people. It's the people who walking around here touching things and doing everything without a mask. I keep hand sanitizer and wipes on me at all times. When I have to go to the supermarket, I wipe down, especially when I go with my mom, because she is an elderly woman, she's at high risk. I always carry wipes with me because I have to wipe down the handles of the carts at the shopping at the grocery stores and stuff, because number one, they supposed to sanitize and clean those carts after every use. They don't do it. And if they don't do it, they supposed to have a station where they have sanitized wipes that you can wipe down the carts, and some stores don't do that. So I have to bring in my own wipes to wipe down the handles of the cart, so I don't be touching what the next person, did, because they don't be taking the time to clean that. And then you think that it's because of the younger people and the unvaccinated people. No, it's because these people are not taking care of themselves. You walking into these grocery stores, picking up these grocery baskets and picking up these grocery buggies, and they have not been cleaned and sanitized. And then throughout the day, you got 5 or 6 people using the same buggy, and not knowing that not now one of them probably done wipe down the buggy, even though, and some of them don't walk around with hand sanitizer. So they're just carrying the virus around. And it's the same thing with the clothing stores. You walking in the clothing stores and you touching on this shirt, and then you hold this shirt up to you, ooh, and then you don't think it's right, and then you put it back on the rack. The shirt done touched you. You done touched the handle of the what you call it, the hanger. You don't touch the handle of the hanger, and then you put it back, and then I'm guilty of it, but I also sanitize my hands with hand sanitizer, wipe my hands with wipes afterwards, because you don't know what's on that handle. Even though majority of the fitting rooms are closed, but still you got people touching clothes and then pushing them back, and then that's just like you trying on shoes. It's not your right size, so you put it back. You still got this going around, but then you're blaming it on the young people, and then you're blaming it on the unvaccinated. It's not the young unvaccinated. It's not the younger people. It's y'all easing restrictions on these mask mandates. You don't have to wear a mask when you come in here. You don't have to wear a mask when you come in here. And now they're looking at it as if, what can they do? You should have been had a mask mandate for every business until we get this virus under control. Because now you have a new Delta variant that's out there, and it's more deadlier than ever. And then they're also saying, even if you get vaccinated, you can still get the virus. Like with the Delta variant, fully vaccinated people can still spread the virus. So now it's a lot of people out here that's saying, why should I get the vaccine, get side effects, and still can get the virus? So you got to look at it as if, until this thing is really under control, until you get it under 10% control, you need to have everybody wear a mask in public places, supermarkets, grocery stores, clothing stores, concert venues. I don't think we should be opening up concert venues, just like we're rolling now. You had tons and thousands of people out there. Probably all of them, maybe out of 10,000 people, you may have 1,000 people that had them on a mask. On a mask, excuse me. Why? Because of the fact that it was an outside venue. I don't care if I was outside, inside, upside, downside. When I'm around tons and tons of people, I'm gonna put my mask on, because you don't know who have it. Half of the people that came in there probably got the symptoms and don't even know it. And that's why, and you're blaming it on the young people. You're blaming it on the unvaccinated. You can't blame stuff like that. You have to blame it on, you're not wearing a mask. You're not doing this. You're not social distancing. They're not social distancing in stores anymore. They're not social distancing in classrooms and in supermarkets and in, venues. You got these clubs opening up where you got people dancing up on people that don't even much know each other. You got people, hey, I'm going to come dance up on you, and you don't even much know each other. I understand if you dancing up on your friend and stuff like that, that's your friend. But you coming up to these strippers and these dancers and, somebody that's on the dance floor, and you think they cute, and then you start dancing up on them and they start dancing up on you, and y'all don't know if y'all got vaccinated or not, and you don't know if they got the virus or not, but you dancing up on each other, touching each other and stuff. That's where these cases are going up at. I understand you have to open up businesses so everybody can live and survive, because unemployment and stuff, and a lot of these states are canceling out the little $300 to $400 unemployment, programs and stuff, and then a lot of these people got to get back to work because they need bills and stuff like that. But you have to do it safely, to the point that wear your mask, social distance, please wash your hands thoroughly, you always have hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer should be free. You shouldn't have to go into a store and have to pay. They should have a section in every city where you can come and get a free pack of hand sanitizer, which means like 2, 3 bars of hand sanitizer for free, so people can walk around with the hand sanitizer. Yeah, they cost $1 or so when you go into a dollar store. If you go into a store, they're like little packets of hand sanitizers, $1, and some change or whatever. But they should be where you should be able to get hand sanitizer somewhere for free. You know what I'm saying? So we can stop the spread of coronavirus. Cause I done been in plenty of times where I'll be out and I can't get to a sink. And I need to go and I need my hands clean, and I have hand sanitizer in my pocket. And then if I have my backpack with me, I have wipes in it. And I'll be wiping shit down. And I also have there's this thing called Lysol to go. It's a small to go spray that's called Lysol to go, and I also carry that with me. Because I need to sanitize stuff. And I'm looking at it as if y'all blaming this on the young people. Y'all blaming this on the unvaccinated. Yeah, some of the cases that are going up may be because of the young people and maybe because of the vaccinated. But the reason why the young people are getting it is because the fact that number one, you're allowing them to walk around in these clubs and in these businesses without a mask. Number two, you're allowing people, what I'm saying, to go do what they want to do without having to, what I'm saying, without having them to prove if they have gotten vaccinated or not, because it's illegal to ask somebody. So why would you think that these cases is not going to go back up because of that? We're going to go back into another shutdown if they don't straighten up and man up on this thing. And they're giving you all these things where, oh, now there's CDC guidelines for this and that, because I was looking at a story where the CDC wanna do something with eviction. You know what I'm saying? I felt like last year, the whole year, everybody should have been not paying rent, and the government should have been helping out with people who've been affected by the coronavirus, and they shouldn't been paying rent, and it should have been strung over to this year. Because we're in the middle of the year and we're still in a pandemic. We've been in a pandemic for about a year and a half now, and it's still going down where the cases are going up. Why? Because the simple fact is they don't know what to do, and they don't know how to control this virus, because they keep telling people one day you can wear the mask, the next day you can't wear the mask, one day you social distance, the next day you don't social distance, one day you this, one day you that. It's like an up and down roller coaster with this virus, because you telling people one day you can do this, one day you can't do that. And now there's a debate going on should the kids wear the mask in the school, should the kids not wear the mask in the school, should the kids do this in school, should the kids do that in school. And they still going juggling on certain things. And I'm like, y'all don't know what y'all want to do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not getting it together. My thing is, every kid in the school should be wearing a mask. Everybody, when you go inside any business, should be wearing a mask. There are some businesses that still tell you you need a mask when you come inside their business. But then there are some businesses that are easing restrictions, local businesses and national businesses like Walmart and all of them. But I look at it as if it don't matter if you're a local business, a mom and pop business, a small business, a big business, a chain of corporation. Everybody should be wearing a mask, because you do not have this virus under control. And then you're blaming it on the young people, and you're blaming it on the older people. And then they had the guy I was telling you about that was sitting on his stomach because he couldn't, he had to breathe. He had to sit on his stomach to breathe. He's sitting up there, I should have got vaccinated. I should have got vaccinated. It's not about you getting vaccinated or not. It's about staying safe. I don't go nowhere unless I have to go. Unless I have to go. If I have to go in the grocery store to go buy some groceries, or I have to go to work to pay bills, I that's what I do. But you have to look at one thing. Remember, when I went to Universal Studios last year, remember I told you in that when I went in October of last year, there was no social distancing at the Islands of Adventure during the Harry Potter land or whatever. It was in the world of Harry Potter. Everybody just walking around and stuff like that. And I'm sitting up here like, where's the social distancing? Yeah, they require you to wear a mask, but still, you're supposed to stay 6 feet apart from people, and you're supposed to be socially distant. Now they want to bring back Halloween Horror Nights, and they want to bring back concert venues, and they want to bring back, carnivals and state fairs and stuff. But you got to look at it as if, are you going to social distancing? Are you going to do every other ride? When I went to Fun Spot, yeah, they was doing every other ride and everything, and they was following CDC protocols. But now you got these businesses that, what are you going to do? What is this? What is this? And I'm like, dude, why are we sitting around here, not having a mass mandate when the cases are now going back up, and now you want to blame it on Pacific people. You want to blame it on the unvaccinated. You want to blame it on the young people. No, you need to blame it on everybody who's walking around here without a mask that has not been vaccinated, and you can't ask them if they got vaccinated because it's against the law. Like I said, you need to either Tell everybody they need to mask back up again and put a mask mandate on the whole country, or you need to start having, if you have been fully vaccinated, you have to show proof that you've been fully vaccinated for you not to wear a mask, so we can get this virus under control. That's my thing. I want to know what y'all feel about this. You know what I'm saying? Email me, roundtable00@yahoo.com. You can comment at the bottom of this page as well. I want to know what y'all feel about this topic, and also the baby topic. I want to know what y'all feel about that. I do appreciate y'all watching me. Please stay safe and please mask up, because this virus is serious and it is out here. And if you go anywhere, please wear a mask, vaccinated or not vaccinated, because it is serious out here. I am your host, C Money. This is another episode of the Roundtable Talk. Please be blessed, please be safe, and I will see y'all in the next episode. Have a good day.